Hey guys, we're going to go over our gin pull off the side of the rescue setup that we have. To start off, we have multiple different anchor points for the hitches down here. So you have a hitch on the back, you got one on each side, and then you got one on the front. So typically we're going to either do the back or the sides. So right now let's start off just talking about why we would use it, where we would use it. So you can use this in lieu of the tripod. And you can use it for a confined space entry into a manhole. You can go off over the edge of something, a building, or if you're on the freeway up 65 and you got that 150-foot drop, you can swing this out past the wall and get over the edge. So the advantages of it is it's minimal equipment, it's fairly simple to use, and it's pretty safe. So the one nice thing about it is you have a secure anchor for your foot down here. And then as long as you guy it off up here, you see we have two guy lines. You know, you can pull your system out that way, that way, that way. So it takes the shifting of your traditional A-frame out with the feet and other forces applied to it. So starting with where this stuff is located, it's a Vortex kit over here to my left. We pulled it out. What we have is an inner, an outer, the attachment foot, and the Azorp head. And then we have our two Aztec kits that go to our anchors. So you notice that these Aztec kits are the G-rated ones, right? We're doing rigging with them, so we want to use the G-rated. So let's start with our anchor points. So we got a little creative and we pulled our anchors from a wide angle out the side of the rig on each side, because we wanted to have our 90-degree angle on our guy lines up here so we don't have any shifting from side to side. So we did that on each side with some webbing, and then we ran the webbing out so the carabiners don't hit the side of the rig. And then we deployed the Azorp head. So the Azorp head is nice. It comes in two parts. Typically the top part is used for your guy lines and the bottom part is used for all your rigging. From there, we got your 4-to-1 pre-rig that lives in our yellow bag for confined space. We have a pulley for a change of direction that you'll see later. And then you have swivels that we've put in play where this orientates the right way when we start hauling on it. We got a simulated 90-pound load, and we got the line that runs through our 11 mil Maestro down here on another swivel. So that's a bomb-proof anchor. That's solid, and so we can use a bomb-proof anchor for our main and our belay. We just have to use separate rigging for our safety line, but we can go off that same anchor point. So covering that so far, we're just going to go over into ease of operation and how you'd operate the system. So what we have is our release lever for the hauling side, right? Say we just want to use this as our hauling system and our lower, right? We have a simulated belay line as well. You come over here, somebody pulls on this, and then you lower the load with your Maestro. There's a lot of friction on the pulleys, and so it doesn't lower as easy when I'm illustrating it right here. If you want to raise, the beauty about this is that unlike the tripod, you have to come straight down when you're raising, right? This is all tied off and the foot's secure. It's not going to go anywhere. We ran a change of direction up here, right? Why we did that is because we wanted the rope to come in and out of this device at a 90. We didn't want the rope pulling off to the sides. So simple change of direction, and then you can bring this out here, right? And you can haul outside of that footprint and raise that load if you're too close to the edge right there. So it's just a quick, isolated system change right here. You can also throw a change of direction pulley down there, right? Because once we lower them down, there's not going to be any weight onto it. We can take the Maestro out, throw a pulley of change of direction, and then we can throw the Maestro down there at another anchor point and do our traditional haul field, right? Which is pretty much what we're going to want to do. So you can create more mechanical advantage. So right here, we're just going to simulate doing a simple lower and then doing a changeover to a Hall field. So it's just a simple one line lower with the Maestro, right? So you can lower them down. Okay, they're on the floor. Perfect. The weight's off the system. Now we can transfer over to a Hall field and change the direction. So from here, I'm going to put a pulley in the system. Here's our change of direction. Now we're going to come back to our change of direction anchor. So we're simulating this as an anchor point, guys. Obviously, we wouldn't use this on a real scene. We got a swivel in here, so this orientates the right way. Right, now we got our change of direction. And then from there, right, you can come in to start building your mechanical advantage system. So your 3-to-1s, 5-to-1s, right?